previous video explained how to build and train a machine learning model for the Titanic use case. We constructed a training quest by applying transformation to the data and trained two models using the XGBoost algorithm with different hyperparameter configurations. To get to the point of retrieving predictions, we need to deploy the model with the best performance, which would mean to expose the corresponding endpoint. Let's continue where we left off. We are still in the training part, where we trained two binary classification models in parallel flows. According to the results from the comparison, the second one is performing better than the other, so we want to go forward with that model in the production phase. Select the activities that are related to that model construction. Save the selection and click on the Create Production Quest button. The production quest will be auto-generated from the selected activities. The entry point of the production quest is the ingest data activity. Its settings panel displays the endpoint schema configurator, which allows you to remove the label from the schema and the redundant variables if there are any. The schema will be used as input when calling the endpoint for predictions, so it's important to keep all the feature columns which were a part of the training. You must send the values of the variables as defined in the schema and in the same order. Save and run the production quest on a sample of data to test if the predictions of the trained model are as expected. Running has finished successfully, and now we want to deploy the endpoint. Click on Deploy Endpoint, specify a name and description, and click Create. The endpoint represents the deployed model that is called to get predictions. The deployment status can be viewed on the Production Quest main panel. As soon as the endpoint becomes active, it means that it has been exposed and it's ready for use. To test the active endpoint, go to the Endpoints Overview page and open the details. There are two testing methods: by uploading a file with observations, or by inserting values for a single observation in the presented JSON schema. Click Predict to calculate and display the results of the predicted value. The Download button will download the endpoint schema in JSON format. Select the second tab under the Endpoint Details to view the endpoint history logs. Active Coleman endpoints are available for consumption through Infor AI API. Navigate to Infor AI API Gateway through the Mingle application switcher. Locate the Coleman AI API Gateway suite. And use the Swagger documentation UI to get a list of active Coleman endpoints, get the schema for an endpoint, or retrieve a prediction from a Coleman endpoint. With deploying the model's endpoint, we conclude the end-to-end process for this use case. To summarize, the first step is to import the data in the Dataset section. Second, in the training quest, you apply transformations to the data to prepare it for the training. Then split the data into training and testing subsets. Select the desired algorithm and train, score, and evaluate one or multiple models. Third, you select the best performing model and take it forward into the production quest. Run the production quest as a final test and deploy the endpoint. And last, view and test the active endpoints in the endpoint section and consume the endpoint through Infor AI API. If you missed the instructions on how to import data or how to build and train a machine learning model, please go through the previous videos. Thank you.